To the village, Manseok is the ultimate humble, honest milkman. He rides a battered bicycle, wears simple clothes, and charges below market rates. There is a precise economic logic to this disguise. The village sees a man struggling to afford a bicycle tire. That visible suffering acts as camouflage. When a man appears to be barely surviving, no one questions where he gets his cash. But behind closed doors, the reality of his operation is entirely different. Manseok systematically mixes starch into his fresh milk supply. The starch thickens the liquid, artificially inflating his daily volume so he can sell more product while maintaining the same low overhead. His early success relies on a strict psychological firewall. As long as he keeps the manufactured public struggle completely separate from the private fraud, the village remains a willing, unsuspecting market. There is a mathematical limitation to this setup. Starch can only stretch the milk so far before the texture and taste become obvious to the buyer. That natural ceiling caps his profit potential. The bottleneck breaks when Manseok crosses paths with local underworld suppliers. They taste the starch immediately and offer him an alternative, a highly illegal chemical powder designed to seamlessly bypass his volume problem. By prioritizing that exponential profit over caution, Manseok crosses a hard threshold. He trades a petty, untrackable scam for a highly volatile chemical operation. The dynamic shifts completely with the arrival of Manoj, a city police officer visiting his aunt on leave. His presence moves the story from a hidden crime into an active investigation. During a routine delivery, Manseok is introduced to Manoj. The moment he hears the word police, Manseok experiences extreme physical panic. Suddenly, his hands slip, and he drops his entire metal container, spilling the day's milk on the ground. To an investigator like Manoj, this reaction represents a sharp conflict between a person's public image and their internal state. Honest business owners do not typically destroy their livelihood at the mere mention of a uniform. The physical collapse of his composure indicates a level of fear that simple nerves cannot explain. This single moment of visible panic provides the initial threat the detective needs to start pulling. Manseok retreats into a series of defensive strategies. He abruptly ceases all neighborhood deliveries, barricades himself inside his house, and claims a sudden, severe illness. Manoj observes another deviation from the norm. Manseok has severed contact with his usual suppliers. He is intentionally starving his own business and avoiding the very people he needs to keep his operation running. An amateur's paranoid, dramatic attempts to hide their tracks often generate far more suspicion than the original crime itself. Manoj sets a psychological trap to draw his suspect out. He loudly announces to the neighborhood that his leave is over and he is heading back to the city, intentionally removing the immediate pressure. Manseok takes the bait. Believing the threat is gone, he immediately resumes his criminal operation, instantly proving that his severe illness was a fabricated defense mechanism. Then comes the fatal operational error. Because Manseok kept his wife completely ignorant of the chemical's potency, she attempts to help him catch up on work by dumping 5 heavy pouches of powder into a single batch of milk. The intense isolation and compartmentalization required to run a secret criminal enterprise directly caused the operation's critical failure. The physical trap springs. Manoj, who never actually left for the city, intercepts this highly toxic batch. After taking just one sip, he experiences immediate severe dizziness and physical symptoms of poisoning. Manoj confronts Manseok with the tainted batch. There is no longer a way to explain away the physical effects of the chemicals or the contents of the milk cans. Manseok is dragged out to the police station in front of the entire village. The public facade shatters, exposing his greed to the exact people who trusted his humble persona the most. The deception and paranoia required to protect a lie will inevitably force an operator into making mistakes. In his desperation to hide the fraud, Manseok engineered the exact evidence required to destroy it.